You would never notice them in a crowd. That's the first mistake people make. They don't look threatening. They don't raise their voice. They don't try to dominate a room. In fact, they're often the calmest person there, the one who listens more than they speak, the one who smiles at the right moments and disappears when things get loud. But inside their mind, it's a completely different world. Because calm is not the opposite of dangerous. Sometimes it's the mask that makes danger invisible. They don't react quickly because they don't need to. While others are driven by emotion, they are driven by observation. They notice patterns, micro-expressions, the way your voice changes when you lie, the way your confidence drops when you feel exposed. And they remember everything. Not because they're obsessed, but because nothing is random to them. Most people explode when they're hurt. They don't. They store it. Not in anger, but in calculation. You might think they've moved on, that they forgot what you said, what you did, how you treated them when nobody was watching. But in reality, they filed it away like a quiet record that never disappears. And that's where it becomes dangerous. Because when a calm person finally decides to act, it doesn't come from impulse. It comes from clarity. They've already thought about every outcome you can imagine, and a few you can't. They don't rush revenge. They don't chase attention. They don't warn you. There is no emotional buildup you can see coming. That's why people underestimate them, until it's too late. But here's what most people get wrong. This kind of mind isn't chaotic. It's controlled. They don't wake up thinking about destruction. They wake up thinking about understanding. Why people lie, why trust breaks, why power shifts silently in every room without anyone noticing. And once they understand something, they're no longer affected by it the same way. That's the real shift. Not anger, detachment. They can sit in the same room as someone who betrayed them and act completely normal. Not because they forgave them, but because emotion is no longer driving the steering wheel. So if you ever meet someone like this, you won't feel fear at first. You'll feel comfort. Because they're calm, stable, predictable. But the truth is, nothing about them is random anymore. They don't lose control. They release it, only when necessary. And when they do, it doesn't look like chaos. It looks like precision. Quiet, clean, final. No warnings, no drama. Just consequences arriving late, but perfectly timed. And the scariest part? You'll still think they're the calm one, even while everything around you is already collapsing. So the real question isn't how dangerous they are. It's how long you've been confusing silence for safety. Because in the mind of a calm but extremely dangerous person, nothing is forgotten, only waiting. And when the waiting ends, it never ends loudly. It ends for good.